Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Today we have a review for WWE True Giants 3-disc set, and with this one it may look like I've got two copies, but this is actually the cardboard sleeve that goes on it. I've just took it off to put it in the background, not only just to have a background but just to save time as well. So good looking front cover artwork. We have Yokozuna, Andre the Giant, Vader, and then the Big Show at the bottom. Big Show obviously holding up the True Giants logo. 3-disc set, Fremantle media release, and a 15 certificate here in the UK. Spine, and we have Diesel on the spine there. And on the back, Andre the Giant and Sammartino standing next to each other. We have screenshots. We have Mark Henry pressing Rey Mysterio. Great Khali in a match against Shannon Moore, I think that is. Yokozuna when he won the WWF Championship with the WWF title in the air there, with the ref holding his hand up for victory. And we have Big John Studd, and that could be Davey Boy Smith he's against there. I could be wrong though. 7 hour 9 minute runtime. The bigger they are, the harder they brawl. So WWE presents True Giants, an in-depth look at sports entertainment's most successful gargantuan superstars. From present-day behemoths like Big Show, Mark Henry, and the Great Khali, to titans like Andre the Giant, Kevin Nash, Haystacks Calhoun, and other enormous athletes. These True Giants prove that size does matter. This set is packed with 7 hours of colossal matchups and vignettes, including the Monster Mash Battle Royal, Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant versus Macho Man Randy Savage, and so much more. Now, this was released in 2014 according to the back of the cover here. And there's the discs. They look pretty cool. Apologies for my phone going off then, guys. I'm taking the inside cover out because it has, like the other DVDs tend to, they have the everything on the DVDs printed on the inside. We have Kevin Nash there on the right hand side picture, but here's the match listing for the DVDs. Obviously the Blu-ray release of this will have extra stuff, extra content. I'll pick that up at a later date. I did enjoy this set, so that's definitely one I will look out for. And obviously to reduce shelf space and size, because it's quite a big set. I could probably get 2 Blu-rays in on the shelf to the equivalent of this set, if that makes sense. So let's get into this. So disc 1, chapters, larger than life athletes. We've got Big Show, Gorilla Monsoon, One Man Gang, Haystacks Calhoun, Giant Gonzalez, Big John Studd, sorry guys, Kevin Nash, Ernie Ladd, Mark Henry, King Kong Bundy, Psycho Sid, Vader, Yokozuna, the Great Khali, Andre the Giant, and then it says an attraction onto themselves. Now there's no main presenter of the set, it just goes through each superstar. For example, Big Show will talk about himself, you know, when it gets to his part of the DVD. And for example, Giant Gonzalez, who's no longer with us, Harvey Whippleman was his manager, and he talks about him and his matches. And speaking of Giant Gonzalez, I'm getting confused because it spells his name with an S at the end and not a Z. And I've seen it like that before in other places. Sometimes online when I'm reading about wrestlers, his name will come up spelt that way. I have no idea why that is. But it's also, I've known it to be spelt with the Z on the end. I just needed to point that out. It's similar to Eddie Guerrero. I've seen it spelt, his name spelt E-D-D-Y instead of the I-E at the end on some of his DVDs or books or anything I read about to do with him as well. It's a strange thing, but Just thought I'd add that in there. Sorry, guys. But yeah, as I said, it goes through each superstar talking about themselves. But if they're no longer with us, then someone else that, you know, was associated with that wrestler in particular will talk about them instead. And I thought it covered some good wrestlers. A lot of them weren't that good. Some may say they were really bad in the ring. We'll get to that in a minute with some of the matches they've put on here, on this set. But I appreciated them. I did like the Great Khali and Giant Gonzalez as an example. One Man Gang was pretty cool as well. But Big Show didn't really interest me, I don't think. He was more interested in WCW, I felt. Ernie Ladd was quite cool. Kevin Nash, another one that didn't really interest me that much. King Kong Bundy was okay. Vader was pretty cool. Yokozuna was pretty cool. Andre was obviously cool. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah, and that covers Disc 1 basically then, guys. Disc 2 matches, we had Bruno Sammartino versus Ernie Ladd from 1976, Madison Square Garden for the WWE Championship. We had Superstar Billy Graham versus Gorilla Monsoon, another title match from 1977. Haystacks Cahoon versus Nikolai Volkov. Ernie Ladd versus Kerry Von Erich. Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes and Junkyard Dog versus Ernie Ladd and the Wild Samoans. King Kong Bundy versus Dusty Rhodes. Big John Studd versus Hulk Hogan. Kamala versus Andre the Giant in a steel cage match from October 1984, which was pretty cool. One Man Gang versus Shawn Michaels from January 1985, WCCW. All American Wrestling from May 1986 had King Kong Bundy and Big John Studd versus the British Bulldogs. One Man Gang versus Ted DiBiase. And Andre the Giant versus Macho Man Randy Savage in a WWE Championship match from Madison Square Garden, September 1988. That wraps up Disc 2. Sorry, guys. Disc 3 has one or two matches that some people just think are ridiculous, and I agree. A few of them I don't really like. I thought they were absolute stinkers, but we'll get to those in a sec. So we had El Gigante versus One Man Gang, Battle of the Giants, Great American Bash, 1991. That probably isn't to everyone's taste. It is a bit of a crap match, to be honest. But I don't mind it because, like I said, I don't mind El Gigante stroke Giant Gonzalez's matches. So, but that's just me. I'm a strange person anyway. We had Sid Justice, and Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper. We had Yokozuna versus Earthquake. Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan from the King of the Ring 93 WWE Championship match. The SummerSlam Rest in Peace infamous match from SummerSlam 93, Giant Gonzalez versus Undertaker. And there you go, they spelt Gonzalez with an S on the end again. I know it. I've already said all this, guys, but it bugs me, little things like that. Sorry. But yeah, obviously, yes, another one of those matches that I must admit, it was bad, but to me, it's so bad it's good, if that makes sense. It's definitely not a 5-star match, but I enjoy it for what it is, from back then. Razor Ramon versus Diesel for the Intercontinental Championship in 1994 from episode of Superstars, that was. Clash of Champions 2-on-1 handicap match with Vader against Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. That's from 1995. I can't remember if I've said that now, guys, sorry. An absolute stinker now from Superstars, January 1996. We had Diesel versus Isaac Yankem DDS. Oh my God. We had Psycho Sid versus Bret Hart for the WWE Championship on an episode of Raw from February 1997. Big Show versus Rhino for the Hardcore Championship from an episode of Raw in 2001. Big Show versus Eddie Guerrero for the US Championship from No Mercy 2003. That was a fun match, I thought. They brawled outside the ring for quite a bit as well. I remember on battling on a car, I think it was. That was really fun. Good match. Mark Henry versus Rey Mysterio, a #1 contenders match for the World Heavyweight Championship from an episode of SmackDown in 2006. We had, I like this one, but is another one that's considered a really bad match, I guess. No DQ #1 contender match for the WWE Championship, The Great Khali versus Shawn Michaels from an episode of Raw in 2007. ECW Monster Mash Battle Royal, as it said on the back of the cover artwork earlier. So we had Mark Henry versus Big Daddy V versus Kane versus The Great Khali. Yes, another one of those so bad it's good matches for me, but to you, some of you guys will probably think, what the hell is wrong with Beatdown Bunny? Why does he like these kind of matches? I don't know. They're pretty cool still to see the big guys go at it, I guess. Even though that some of them, don't work very well, do they? And finally, Mark Henry versus the Big Show Body Slam Challenge from an episode of Raw, September 2009. And that's that set. So overall, guys, it wasn't a bad set to watch. I did enjoy it. I'm only going to give it a 7 out of 10. But obviously I've got to see the Blu-ray version. That probably bumped the score up a little bit more. It's not a bad set, as I said. It's definitely worth watching, especially if you're into the bigger wrestlers like I am. I like watching the bigger wrestlers go at it, as I said. And yeah, nice little 3-disc set, that one, guys. If I deserve a thumbs up today, please give me one. Feel free to leave a comment about any of the matches or any matches they should have included on this. Or if you own the Blu-ray of this, let me know what the extras are that aren't on this set. I'd appreciate that because I haven't researched that. And yeah, thank you to the new subscribers for subscribing. Welcome to my channel. And I shall hopefully have that SummerSlam 2011 review up for you soon, in a few days. Just took a break from the reviewing that WWE pay-per-view year of 2011. We're over halfway through that year now, so I thought it was time to take a little bit of a gap and then we'll continue it. Stay safe, everybody. I'll see you all again soon. Thank you for joining me for this video today. I do appreciate it. Stay safe. Peace.